Hello guys, I'm Krishna and I welcome you all on behalf of NGC Cloud Club, Next Gen Cloud Club of VITP University. And yeah, this is like a new club and we'll be posting some more Java videos on this club. And I hope you guys are having a great day. And let's start with today's topic. So what are we gonna do in today's topic? So I was thinking let's cover recursion in this video. Okay, I'll show you how to work with recursion, and recursion, it is basically very important topic in your like programming journey because it is kind of used in day-to-day life in real-time projects and all. So yeah, let's start with recursion today. Okay, I'll tell you what recursion is. So I hope you all know about functions and all in Java, functions and methods. If you don't, let me tell you, functions are like if you want to do a plus b, so or in complex cases, let's say you have to find the factorial of a number. Okay, so if you want to find the factorial of a number, you don't want to write the logic of finding the factorial again and again. So what you will do is you will define the logic once and you will use it again and again. So that's a function. Okay, so what is recursion? Recursion is when a function calls itself again and again until the work is done. So that's recursion. Okay, I'll I'll begin with an example. So for example, we wanna find the factorial of a number. Let's take this as example. We wanna find the factorial of a number. So how can we do it using recursion? Let's see in today's video. Okay. So I'm creating a method. Let let it return the type int, and yeah, and let's name it fact, and it gets a number as a parameter which is n, and what it does, it just returns the factorial of a number. So for recursion, what we need is we need a base condition. We need like when the code should stop, and also we need like one point where we have to do some calculations. So yeah, let's do it. So for factorial, what is the basic need? We need to multiply a number with its previous number. Okay, for example, I wanna find out the factorial of 5. So how can we do it? Like 5 into factorial of 4. Factorial of 5 is equal to 5 into factorial of 4. So how a computer will do the job? It will multiply 5 with 4, then 3, then 2, and so on, like up to 1. So 5 into 3 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That is the factorial of 5. So how can we implement it? Like what it will return? It will return the multiplication of n with the factorial. We are again calling the function factorial. Yeah. So it will return n into factorial of n minus 1. So for in our example, n it was equal to 5. So what it will return? N in multiplication with factorial of 4. And when it is calling this function fact of n minus 1, so here it will receive 4 as the parameter. So what it will do? It will return 4 into factorial of 3 and so on. So yeah, let me write it down. So factorial of 5, it is equal to 5 multiplied by 4 factorial, and 4 factorial, it is equal to 4 multiplied by the factorial of 3. Okay. So look over here. We can write this, we can replace this 4 factorial by 4 multiplied by factorial of 3. And yeah, we can replace this 3 by 3 into factorial of 2, and so on up to factorial of 1. So let me comment out this line. Yeah, this is how you can do it. But we need to look at a condition like when a code should stop. If we call recursion again and again, it will go into infinite loop and our system will crash. Okay, so what we need is we need a base condition, the condition when our code will stop working. So okay, so for that I am using if condition and I am saying if n is equal to 0, then return 1. As we know, the factorial of 0 it is equal to 1. Okay, so what I am doing is if the value of n is equal to 0, return 1. Don't call it again. And in this code, if it goes like this, 1 into factorial of 1, if it goes like this, after that, what our computer will do, it'll again call this function, and it'll do is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 into factorial of 0, and after that, it'll do is 0 into factorial of minus 1. So we don't want this to happen. So what we'll do, as soon as the value of n it is equal to 0, what our code will return, it will return 1. So instead of 0, it will get value 1. So as soon as the value of n it hits 0, our code will return 1 and the recursion it will stop. The recursion will stop. Okay, I hope it is clear to you guys. And yeah, we also need this thing in else condition. Okay. Now if we return, let's try to run our code. Okay, let's try to run our function. It will be more clear to you guys. So how to call a function is simple. So what I'm doing is like I want to take the input from the user. So I'll create the scanner class. Let's name it input. So I've created a scan class, and yeah, Visual Studio Code it automatically imports this java.util.scanner. Okay. Now I have created a scanner class, and in this scanner class, what I'll do, first of all, I'll print this like enter a number, and now I'll take the input from the user. So let's say I'm naming it as x, so integer x that is equal to input dot next. Okay, and now I'm calling this function. So for calling it, it will be like fact of x, and it is throwing some error. Yeah, what I did, I forgot to like make it static. So why do we need this static keyword? It is basically needed when we want to call a function without creating object of the class. So look over here. I haven't created the object of class app. You cannot see any object of class app, but I'm still calling the function. So I need this static keyword. If I am creating an object, then there is no need of using static keyword. So yeah. And one more thing, I have created this scanner class. I also need to close this scanner class at some point in my code. It is like a good habit. It is not compulsory to do it, but yeah, it is a good habit to close the scanner scanner class. So it is like input dot close. It is kind of simple. I've closed this input statement, input class, and if I run this code, yeah, you can see it is asking me for a number. Let's say 5, and it is returning me 120 as expected. And the question may arise in your mind, like, why do we use 0 over here? We could have used 1. So yeah, if you wanna try something out, let's try. So you should try it. We are giving the value of n equal to 1, and yeah, it will work just fine. You may see it is returning 120. So a question might arise in your mind like which one is better? Should we use 0 or 1? So let me tell you, I prefer to use 0 because it'll, I prefer to use 1, sorry, not 0. I prefer to use n equal to 1 because like it will take less time for our system to like figure out what is the value of n and when to stop. It'll call this function less number of times. So you may see like you won't face any, you won't notice any difference in the code. But if you have like 10 or 1000 times recalling of a function, then you will definitely feel a little bit of jitteriness. So yeah, that's how we do it. And let me create an object of this class. Let me show you something. Now, what I don't want to use static keyword. So what I'll do, I'll create one more class. Let's call it factorial. For let's see. And yeah, I'm removing this static keyword. So now, if I want to call this function, how will I do it? It will be done like now. I have to create the object of class spec. So for creating the object of a class, it is kind of simple. So what you need to do is you need to write the name of the class. In our case, this spec. Now let's name our object as obj. We need to use new keyword and spec. And now if we want to call this object, what we need to do is obj.spec. And if we run our code, will run just fine. And you may see it is running just fine. So yeah, I hope it was clear to you guys. If you have any doubt, you can ask us in the comment section. You can also like rewind the video, take another look at it. Yeah, I tried my best to explain to you guys. And yeah, if you still have any doubt, you can ask any of our co-members. They'll be more than happy to help you guys. That's it for today, guys. See you guys in the next video. Thank you.